Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Sleepy Tea Time. I'm your host, Amber. Sleepy Tea Time is a hybrid newsletter and podcast with a new episode every Sunday. My goal is to provide you with an endless supply of resources to help you relax and fall asleep each night. You can follow me on Twitter at Sleepy Tea Time, subscribe to my newsletter at tinyletter.com/sleepyteatime, and you can also email me at hellosleepyteatime@gmail.com. Last week on Sleepy Tea Time, we got to know each other a little bit. I told you an embarrassing story from my childhood about the time I thought you could hatch baby chickens from eggs you would find in the refrigerator. That was pretty silly. We've also practiced keeping ourselves present and not thinking so much about the stresses of day-to-day life. I know it's not easy for everyone to do, so if this is something that you're struggling with, just know that I've designed these episodes to take you away from those thoughts. On this episode, I'm going to read a few short stories and poems from a collection by David Callison. David's a friend of mine, and if you're interested in learning more about his book, I'll be sure to include it in the description area. I'll be stopping periodically to check in with you and bring you back into the present if your mind has wandered away. So let's begin. Let's start with a breathing exercise. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose. Hold it and release. Breathe in again. And out. Good. One more. Breathe in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Good job. Okay, so the first short story I'm going to read is called I Want to See It With You. Remember, try to stay in the present and listen to the words that I'm saying. And the story is pretty short, so by the end of it, if you've seemed to wander off, I'll be sure to bring you back. So, okay, here we go. Something simple as, I want to see it with you, and I can't get it out of my head. I walk around thinking about it. I wake up thinking about it. I turn it over and feel the weight of it. I wear it like a sweater. I want to see it with you. I can't shake it. I don't know much about love. I know I like finding it in quiet places. I know it can hurt like a mother effer. I know I like thinking about it until it nearly overwhelms me. And I know I like watching it lap at my ankles, fearful the next swell will pull me under. But these are high school thoughts, right? The sharp prick on the arm, not the tourniquet. The high, not the come down. This is preamble. This is not real love. This is not watching someone die. This is not my grandfather baking a pie, dropping it on the floor, and then baking another one. This is, I want to see it with you. It's a strange thing to think about, but I often wonder who my Oscar kiss would be. At any award show, the first thing a winner does is look to the left or right in shock and kiss their smiling significant other. Usually it's a wife or a husband. Sometimes it's a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Occasionally it's a mom or dad or brother or sister. I keep picturing her, this fleeting someone, dressed in all black with ripe apple red lips, looking at me with eyes that say nothing except, I want to see it with you. Perhaps the worst part about a breakup, and especially a divorce, is feeling like you got kicked off the team. You're out there solo now, no one to hear your stories, no one to vent to, no one to make fun of you in a way that doesn't hurt, no one to have tired sex with while you're still half thinking about work. My ex-wife used to do this little clucking thing around the house, and it was so goddamn funny to me. I still think about it. I still miss it. This was years ago. Is this why I wrote all these stupid words over the past few years? To chisel a structure of a life out of a jumble of vowels and consonants? This is the last thing I will write for this book that I invented, that I willed out of thin air. A book I wrote in fits of selfishness, and ego, and eager despair. A book that's barely a book in my eyes. I keep waiting for someone to call me a fraud. I keep waiting for someone to tell me I'm wearing the wrong shirt. Do I really think that if I stack up enough words and put them in the right order, something will change? I'll eat out less and smoke less cigarettes and drink less whiskey and down less pills? If I can just find the spot for all the adjectives, the right tense for all these verbs, I'll become less bipolar, less anxious, less of a loner, less of a slut, less of an asshole. This is not about pity. It isn't, I promise. It's about opening it all up and getting down to the thing. People feel connected to me and then hurt when I open up with someone else. But I just want to get down to the thing. Everyone has a thing. It's what makes this interesting. Sometimes I just think I have way too many things. I want to see it with you means sitting in the same room, next to each other, watching the same thing, hearing the same words. I think when we scrape down to it, to the bottom of it all, it's that simple. It's just two kids in a movie theater like it's been forever, like it's been since Annie and Alvy, reaching out desperately for someone who understands our place in the world. He looks at a map of her life and says, "Not the route I would have chosen, but I'm so glad you're here." She looks at the tolls he's paid and says, "These sure were some heavy fines, but I'm so glad you made it through." Now I pray to whatever I believe in when this book comes out. Let me rest in the peace of this connection. Regardless of next week, of 10 years, of yesterday, there's still, I want to see it with you. There will always be. And it's where it all begins. But where does it end? So that's the end of that one. And now we'll move on to a poem called, funny enough, Tea, January 30th. You made me tea in the morning. I heard you from my pillow. The padded plush, socks on tile. The metal clang, dishes moving, tectonic plates of the pantry. The gentle clink, teapot on counter. The hollow echo, water filling empty kettle. The click click whoosh, gas lashing into fire. O Prometheus, you were right to be vain. The quiet solitude, faking sleep, stealing silhouettes of perfect figure in darkened gray dawnlight. The tireless wine, escaping steam, escape with me, asleep, asleep. The cautious tear, yielding cardboard, the most perfect sound of all, boiling water kissing tea. Are you awake yet? Cat purr, sheets whisper, lamp snaps, smile rings, a bouquet of noises cascading and splitting like cells into the infinite and aromatic zygote of a new day. M. I love how your life sounds. I really hope you enjoyed that. Those were my two favorites. There's a lot of other good ones too, but if you want to read more of them, you're just going to have to get the book. So now I'd like to try something new, and I want to do what I'm calling a dreamscape. And I'm not sure if there's an alternative definition for a dreamscape, but what I imagine it to be is I'll paint a picture of a story of like a setting, and I want you to imagine that you're there. And so hopefully we can, give you some nice dreams tonight. So I lit a candle. You might be able to hear it in the background. It's a nice pumpkin spice candle, of course. And it's really nice. It has a wood wick to it, so it makes this really nice crinkling sound. I'll let you hear it. Let me try to bring it up to the microphone without burning it. Can you hear that? It's really nice. Okay, let me put that down. Alright, so for this dreamscape, I'll need you to close your eyes. And I want you to think about yourself. And it's a nice warm day. Let's see, it's still summertime because it's kind of cold right now, so it's a nice warm day outside, and you're gonna go meet your friends down by the lake. And so you're dressed very comfortable. Let's say you've got a nice pair of shorts and a tank top and a big hat, a sun hat, because it's a sunny day, and sun hats are all the rage. So yeah, we're gonna go outside and smell the fresh air by the lake and just breathe it in, because when was the last time you took a breath of fresh air? Quite literally. So you can hear the wind blowing all around you. It's kind of a windy day. It's nice. It's not a cold wind. It's a nice breezy wind. It's almost cooling you down. And you actually live really close to the lake, only a block away. So if you look around, there's a lot of two-story houses, and they all seem to have really pretty flowers in the gardens in the front. And there's a lot of bugs, honeybees and the usual flies in the summer. And the flowers, there's a lot of bushes, and you can just smell the strong scents of all the different types of flowers that your neighbors have. And so you're just gonna go walk down past them and down towards the lake. You only live a block away, so it's not that bad of a walk. And you see a few cars going by you slowly, because they're just enjoying the day just like you. And you can almost see the lake getting closer. getting closer as you walk towards it. And the sun is hitting the top of the water, and you can see it's really bright. There's not a cloud in the sky over the lake. It's really nice. The wind is a little bit more strong down by the water, and you can see some sailboats off in the distance, and there's a few families at the park that's nearby. And maybe you want to go, you have some time to kill before you meet up with your friends. So I think there's a nice swing set down by the lake, and let's go look at it. I think there's no one on it right now, but maybe by the time you get there will be someone. So let's walk over there now. Oh, and thank goodness there's no one there. So we get to sit down on the swings and slowly go back and forth on it. And we're not really swinging, we're just kind of like almost like laying on the side of the swing and just going back and forth, looking at the water and taking in all the beautiful scenery. There's a small path down which leads to the beach area, and I think you want to go check it out. So let's get up and go check it out, and maybe go put our feet in the water. If you look down, you'll see that the path is covered in shells and rocks, but good thing you have shoes on. But it just makes a nice, the shells make a nice crinkling sound between your footsteps. So they're all really pretty. It's a shame that they're all in bits and pieces. So we finally made it down to the end. So the water is actually quite low, so you can take off your shoes and if you would like, and put your feet in the water and see how it feels. It's been quite a warm day, so the water probably is warm as well, so it's not going to be too cold, I promise. See, I told you it's not that cold. No, it's actually really nice. I don't remember the last time that I got to go to the lake, but the last time I went, it was really cold. Well, it's almost time to go see your friends, so you should probably put back on your shoes and head down to the lighthouse, because that's where they are. They're at the pier. So, do you have your shoes on? Okay. Great. You go see them, and I will be right here. So I hope you enjoyed that dreamscape, and I hope that you could envision yourself in that setting. If not, it's okay. I hope to improve for future ones. So let me know what you thought. Feel free to tweet me at any time. My Twitter handle is @sleepyteatime. And that's it for episode 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will tune in next time.